Alright, welcome to Druckers. This is the first episode, and my name is John, and I'll be with you for this whole little trip we're going to have. I originally want to start just mentioning a few things to maybe new players who are watching this, and that's, we're actually just going to get right to it. The skills here, you probably want to level to rank 3 long distance, and then after that I would say rank 2 just in time, and then personally, I would skip fuel economy until all of this is filled up. So, like, fill up hazardous, fill up long distance, do them all pretty equally. That's how I went, and I think that was a good way. For loans, don't get loans, in my opinion. If you can avoid getting loans, just don't until you're in a really strong financial position. Look at your daily income, and I mean your personal daily income, not your company's. And if you think at an early stage where your daily income is pretty high that you can afford a loan, go for it. But if you think it's going to be really close, don't. That's kind of how I stand on that. Excuse me, I had a burp there. Other than that, that's... I would show you the recruiting. I think it's pretty intuitive how to recruit. It's really similar to how you choose your skills yourself. So, like this guy, despite having fuel economy, he's not too bad. When you see like 3 or 4, that's like 3, 2 here and 1 here, skills, that's pretty good. And it's hard to beat that. If you get 4, that's pretty much the best. And that's pretty much the highest I've ever actually seen. But again, I think the loan thing is really enticing, but it really punishes you if you can't financially sustain it. And especially if you're somebody who's kind of careless driving, because you're going to be paying off some damages. Especially if your co-insurance rate goes up. Alright, so I'm at my garage in Los Angeles, and I think we're just going to start off. I might start a new career at some point, because it would be, maybe more challenging or more eventful for viewers to see that. But till now, I kind of like how my stuff's set up, and I'm gonna just stick with that. These guys want this delivery. I guess I should explain this how I think this through. I mean, obviously you can see I set by a price per distance, and you can see these are both fragile and high value and, important. I think this is urgent when it's 3 of these with the red. So this is going to pay well, obviously, and it's light. I prefer heavier loads because it's a little more challenging and they tend to be longer. So that's to me more fun. So this is something I'm immediately considering. It's really heavy. But obviously this pays well if you're somebody who's not really financially set. This is, look for something high value. A mixture between high in total price or payout and also high in the price per miles. You want to find a good balance. Like if I was a newbie and I saw something like this, I'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah, I'd be all on that. Like this is something realistically you'll see. A normal fragile at a normal speed. And it's a good pay. So that's something I would definitely check out. But for the sake of this, maybe we'll do something, because this is a nice little tour of California. And maybe we'll just start off with this. They want it Friday, which we just saw here. A little after midnight on Friday. It's, we got 6 hours till midnight on Thursday. It's saying it's an 18-hour trip. So that's a little quick. 6 hours to Thursday. And then 24 hours. We're going to have a 10-hour rest. It's not too bad. I think we'll pull it off. It's not urgent. I think we can do it. And why not? It's a nice little tour of California. And just to explain briefly, I do have a sound / engine mod. Oh. And those are Creech bombs, SES. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's Creech Bombs W900 or SES W900 engine/sound. So it comes with a Cummins N14 and some other goodies. You guys should check it out. I like it a lot. So obviously that was kind of a rough start to the actual driving. I promise I'm actually not a bad driver, but the show is called Druckers. That means I am drinking while I'm doing this. I don't plan on it to be a focus, but I think it's a fun little dynamic to add to it. And if you look at my channel info, I do not condone drinking and driving outside of a simulated environment. So, that said, to all the lawyers out there. Speaking of which, I think I forgot to grab a fresh beer. That kind of sucks. I might run real quick and grab one. Pretend we actually have to do some real loading like a trucker. Oh, don't hit the wall. There we go. Of course. I'm still figuring out the whole talking and driving thing. Alright, it's gonna be an easy pickup. Should be an easy departure. Not really trapped in between any long trailers. Come on. Nice. I swear to God, I'm a half decent trucker in this game. I need a little brother or something so I can be like, hey, take the wheel while I run to the fridge and grab a beer. That would imply he's at university with me, so that would kind of suck. Never mind, I take that back. I'm just gonna do it. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. I'm sorry, guys. Oh wow, that thing didn't stop. That was my bad. Alright, well, everything's intact. We're all good. Making a left here. Got a green light. This is some real trucking. Back in the 70s. So yeah, we're on our way to Eureka, I believe it was. And this guy's gonna run it. No, he didn't. Nice. Nice. The AI is usually a lot dumber than that. That's impressive that he did not hit me. So yeah, Eureka. And that'll take a while. As always, I plan to end my episodes at a rest stop. So once we get there, that'll be the end of the episode. And hopefully I do not find any problems with this, that I can call this the first episode. That'd be amazing. If anybody on Truck Sim is watching this, you did see probably last week my first attempt at posting one. And I realized my microphone was really bad, so I went out and bought a blue, like, snowball or something. And it sounds a lot better to me. And so now we're rocking with that. Ooh, this garage at night. I kind of wish it was a little later. It's a lot cooler to see. Ah, there's a little blimp back there. That's kind of cool. And yeah, to you Europeans, I'm turning red on right. I'm turning right on red. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun episode. I didn't eat tonight, so the beer I've been drinking might be going a little bit to my head. surprised I didn't say the beer I've been eating. So yeah, you can turn right on red. That's what I wanted to say. Which you've probably found out by now. And I am also ashamed to admit I've never been to this part of the country. Ever. I'm, in my mid-20s. And I've not been to California. Nor Nevada once we get there. Oh no, we're not going to Nevada. I don't know why I said that. Let me get some cruise control on. Up the speed a little bit. There we go. Oh, I'm turning, so that was a complete waste of time. On this truck I'm using a 13 speed, and I like it because I'm just using a gamepad, and it's a little less tedious to shift through. Obviously the 6 speed would be a lot less tedious to shift through, but I haven't even tried it out. I should try it out. Maybe I'll do an episode where I'm trying out the 6 speed. That'd be kind of fun. But I haven't tried it out, so I really don't know how it works. I get the impression that it's not going to be fun hauling heavy stuff with, like these forklifts here that are 17,000 pounds. That's going to be easy on anything, especially with my engine, which is the chipped N14, has 605 horsepower with 2,500 pound-foot torque. Usually, actually, yeah, I'm going to mention this now. A lot of people, including myself, want to say foot-pound, but it's actually pound per foot. But it's, accepted if you say it the other way. And, I don't know, just a little physics trivia. The torque is measured as the cross product, which is not really a very fun operation in mathematics, but it's useful. It's not fun, but it's useful. Usually you use a determinant. You can also use a little bit of trig, but if you use the determinant method, it's not too fun. But anyways, it's the cross product between the radius of the medium that is being rotated. So if you have a wheel, potentially, or a crank for people who are more technically literate. Anything that's spinning generates torque. And yeah, it's the cross product between the radius and the force exerted on it. So if you have something exerting the force on the wheels, then you have torque. It's pretty simple. So yeah, it comes up as like R cross F, capital F, which is just a standard way of saying force. And then there's the relationship between horsepower and torque, which pretty sure horsepower is equal to torque times the RPMs times some standard constant that is derivative of a rotation, which is 2 pi or 2 pi r or something like that. Anyways, it was standardized for American units to some constant. It's like 52 or 5252. I don't know. That's the same thing I just said. I think that's actually what it is, though. I was looking it up the other day just to kind of bullshit about it. So anyways, yeah, like, you see trucks, they have really high torque because, one, their transmission gearing, which if you get to a I'll just put this in standard car talk, I guess, because like when you get to 6 speed, six speed, I should say, that is not a high torque gear, and that's because of the gear ratio. When you get in first speed, that is extremely high torque because it's of its gear ratio, and it comes down to, again, the force exerted onto the wheels, and the force is greater on a steeper ratio. So once you get to lighter ratios, you end up, by the relationship with torque and horsepower, ending up with more horsepower. If you look at torque and horsepower curves, it's pretty obvious. You can see that. Like, the torque is the spike, and then horsepower generally or steadily rises. Oh, why wouldn't your buddy? You guys can just gangbang me on the side of the street. Anyways, yeah, you'll see that the curves, the torque curve goes up immediately, and then it kind of flattens out, and then the horsepower curve intersects with it, and then actually starts increasing, and then the last part you get is the horsepower curve. And like I said, that's because there's a relationship between torque and horsepower, and that's dependent on both RPMs and transmission gearing. My buddy suggested talking about stuff that was more technical. I still think I'm kind of outside my bounds. Some of that stuff is still maybe outside of what I'm comfortable talking about. I prefer to talk about stuff I strictly know. You know, this is kind of more of a hobby to me. This isn't something I'm spending my life around. So if I said anything incorrect, I would actually appreciate if you correct it. You know, post a comment, say something. You're like, hey, you really screwed that up. You know, I respect that a lot. Some people get offended, I don't. And again, my buddy suggested to kind of talk about more of the technical things. Maybe he didn't mean to that regards, I don't know. He said explain trucks. Like, what do you mean explain trucks? They're tractors with really, I guess, relatively low transmissions compared to tractors, or low gearing, or not as steep gearing. Because I actually, my parents have a couple of John Deeres, and that's really what I drive during the summers when I'm home. I'm a university student studying physics at a small school in Pennsylvania. And by small, I mean it's actually pretty big with people. It's not reputable. So my degree won't really mean too much when I get out there in terms of like, ooh, wow. Like, yeah, if you come out of Caltech with a physics degree, people are like, holy crap. You know, if you come out of where I'm at, they're going to be like, eh, that's kind of cool. Maybe you want to manage our books. That's pretty much where I see myself. I'm going to end up being an accountant. It's going to suck. I hate accounting. I actually willingly took an accounting class, and it was one of the worst classes I've ever done. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this was the SCS version of the W900. It's not a modded truck, but again, the engine and sound is modded, which is Kriechbaum's mod. Maybe Kriechbaum. I took a good bit of German. I'm pretty sure it's Kriechbaum. Or his full YouTube name is Kapitan Kriechbaum. always kind of feel like night driving's a little more boring than day driving. There's, especially like if for you guys watching, maybe I should plan that when I'm doing these things. Skip ahead to more daylight, because like really all you got is me talking, which maybe that's fun. I hope it's fun. I really do. I really hope you guys enjoy listening to this, because if not, then that sucks. I'm fucking up. And that's not good. Maybe I'll put a warning at this. I do swear occasionally. I try not to swear regularly. I think it can be rude, but I also think it's real, and I try to be as real as possible. I'm looking forward to the Arizona DLC coming up. They were saying about 2 months. It's a little longer than I guess probably all of us were hoping. Would have been nice to see that maybe this month. Yeah, maybe this month, because it just turned to March. That would have been kind of nice. You know, after doing about, yeah, like I said, oh, that's a cop. You! What you want? Psych him out a bit. Oh, what? Do they have some magic ability to just shut my engine off when I piss them off? This is California. I'm not surprised if that's the case. That's some fucking Gandalf wizard shit that just happened there. And again, I'm sorry for swearing. I'm just amazed. I'm pretty sure it's the damage I brought onto my truck that I haven't repaired, but I like to think it's some crazy California engine disabled mechanic. They can listen in on the conversation and kind of screw you around. Well, if that's the case, then that means my engine's going to be shutting off a few times through this trip. That's going to be kind of a pain. I should have repaired before I even started this. You can see how much I think ahead. Oh, another cop, and I'm speeding. I think I just got away with murder. Just gotta put on cruise control and not worry about how fast I'm going anymore. And that's going to be nice, because I can take a nice little swig from my beer. Drinking a Victory Dirt Wolf. It's a double IPA. For any of my IPA fans out there, or just beer drinking fans. Represent. We're gonna be merging here, aren't we? No, we're gonna be slowing down really fast. You can just, if you observe traffic and how they act, you just know something weird's going on. One thing I do like about driving a forklift or anything light is that they don't call you into the way station. Which, I mean, anybody who's played this already knows that. Oh, why? That's like Godsmack. What the hell is going on today? I by chance listened to The Dark Side of the Moon, and apparently it's the 43rd birthday of it. Now I complain, or not complain, but comment how light loads don't get you into the way station and they drag me in. That sucks. But I'm gonna look for the next rest stop, and we're gonna end the first episode there. So I thank anybody who's kind of made it or stuck it out this far. I appreciate that a lot, actually. You know. So, I mean, if you like it, upvote. Not upvote. God, I need to stop saying that. I'm so used to Reddit. If you're from Truck Sim, upvote the post I posted. That'd be cool. But, if you're just a general YouTube user, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I appreciate it. If you don't like it, tell me something you didn't like. I don't know. I have a feeling the whole, like, torque and all that stuff is gonna be, or it's gonna be not really enjoyable. That's kind of the word I'm looking for. But hey, it's the first few episodes. I'm done. I promise this. I'm done not stopping, but getting rid of old videos. I mean, they've all been test videos except for one. I got rid of that first one that was on Truck Sim, and like magic, I got that one on Truck Sim, and I deleted it, I think, after like a few hours, because I realized the mic quality was really bad, and the video quality wasn't good either, because I was merging on a YouTube editor, and I don't know what it did to the videos, but it made it look really grainy. But now I'm done. I'm sticking with this. So this will be up. It's gonna be up forever. And it'll be the first episode of Trunk Druckers, regardless of how silly I think it sounds, or whatever, how it looks. Nothing is changing that. It's going up, and it's done. I think my next episode, I'm probably going to try to get a little drunker. These episodes, like, it might be silly to silly hearing. I feel like I get a bit of anxiety when I do them. So it kind of peps me up. I'm on my toes while I'm doing this. You know, I got really, really sloshed before doing this. It could be a bit more fun. And maybe I'll just do the second episode immediately after this, because I'll just keep drinking. That's probably not a bad idea. So we'll go from there. I won't upload them one after one. The other one will be uploaded a few days after, and we're gonna stall here, and that's great. I love that. It's so awesome when your truck just starts backing up after braking. And it's not because it's a downhill, I promise that. It's because you hit the brakes. It like bounces you right back. It's ridiculous. Nothing operates like that. Alright, I'm looking for a rest stop because it needs to happen here soon. Here we go. We're going to stop here. Rest up. Consider that my hours for the day. It is a speedy delivery. So I am, I don't know, somewhat hesitant of doing that because we have to be there on time, but one, being late is a part of trucking, so that's life. And two, I do not want to make super long episodes that you have to sit down and watch the whole thing for a really long time. I want it to be not long. It's going to be long regardless because it's ATS. Like, this is, I don't want to edit too much out, to be honest, because I think some people just like watching people drive, and that's cool. You know, if you like that, that's 100% cool. Watch this channel. There's gonna be a lot of driving, so I don't want to edit that out really, but I also don't want to just I don't want to speed 10 miles over the the speed limit. That's not good. But I also don't want to make people kind of sit here for a long time. I would rather they enjoy their little stay with me and the time we have. And did I pass that? Because I feel like I did not see a little city. Yeah, I totally did. Gah. That's what I get for rambling on. Well, there's one coming up on the left. I'm sorry about that, guys. I really am. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. He's tired. You guys are probably tired of the video. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Ooh, donuts. Where are the cops? No cops? Would you look at that? No police whatsoever at the donut shop. I've mentioned in previous videos I'm really excited to like Colorado, Because, like, I think these mountains in the background here are pretty cool. And I can't wait to see bigger mountains, hopefully. Like, driving through the Rockies should be really neat. I'm really hoping so, at least. Alright, we're approaching the rest stop here. And, so we're gonna end the episode. So, hope you guys liked it. Oh. I don't think I've ever actually stopped at this rest stop before. So that's kind of cool. It's a first for me. Alright. Well, guys, that was the first episode of Trunk Druckers. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe. That's about it. And we'll see you on the next episode. So thank you. Catch you guys later.